Hey everybody, Brian here. Welcome back to the channel. So Diablo 4 Season 8, Belial is back, and we're going to be creating our Seasonal 8 character today. Now, it's technically day 2 of the season. I typically take the first day off, let everyone else who likes to rush in there basically flood the scene. I don't mind being a little bit late. Most of my playtime goes from about 10 p.m. till 1 a.m. Eastern Time. That's usually when I play the most, outside of some exceptions. And I don't really ever feel that need to hop in right away. I have coordinated with a few players that were there at the end of last season. Shout out to Neo and Bird. And now I'm going to create my new character. But first, we're going to look at these changes here for the season. And let me hide the camera here. All right, so Belial is back for Season 8. The return has begun. We're going to save Sanctuary from the Lord of Lies ploy. So a couple of key features that the game's trying to tell us is that we're going to confront Belial in a new quest. We're going to find a mage and a cathedral, and we're going to dispel some kind of spell. We're going to look for that stranger in Kiovashad, so we'll keep an eye out for that. We're going to deliver retribution with boss powers. As many of you probably already know, boss powers are the seasonal feature for Season 8. So we're going to get to command some of those. There's 24 in all. We're going to unlock them, do some apparition incursion events, and then take on some of those powers. I have not looked too hard at them. I did not play the PTR. And then last, there's a vigilant companion, Iris the cat, which will be a focus of ours to get at some point, just for bragging rights, right? So obviously we want to save Sanctuary, and then lastly, reliquaries, right? So what are they? This is the new battle pass. I historically have always gone for the mid-range battle pass, not the accelerated one, but just the normal battle pass, which season per season, it's been about 1,000 platinum coins, which is roughly, I want to say $10 American US dollars. And unfortunately, it looks like with this change in reliquaries, it gave them an opportunity to re-monetize the battle pass. The battle pass is going to give us fewer platinum coins in return for activating it. So there is a little bit of a loss to that. And, I'm sure some of it has to account for the inflation experienced globally. But, all in all, we're getting less for more now. There'll still be some platinum coins coming back to us, just not as many. Reliquaries work a little bit different. If you've seen any of the previews, is a little bit of a choice in what you unlock in what order, but ultimately, if you do everything every season like I do, it doesn't matter what order you do them in, you'll get there eventually. But I do intend to activate the battle pass. I have quite a few platinum coins, I think more than 3,000 at this point, just from the premium purchase of the original game and the expansion. But the big thing now is favor tokens, right? We're going to be earning those and spending them. And it looks like we're going to be able to store, 99 of them coming up to the next season. Yep. And then the Deluxe Battle Pass bundle, I'm going to have to take a harder look at that. I haven't seen a lot of information on it. Really haven't been looking either. I'm going to have to decide, do we just go with the regular Battle Pass or do we go with the Deluxe one, right? I do like wings. I do like pets. Armor sets, cosmetics, right? Mounts, all kinds of stuff. But I typically don't spend more than I need to. I'm a pretty frugal player. That being said, I have decided that we are going to, one second here, play a Barbarian this season. If you looked at the thumbnail for this video that I generated, that's actually a custom creation. I started with a template from some Blizzard art, and I passed it through the Chat GPT AI picture simulator, And that is a original Barbarian art. So I'm gonna try and stick with that if I can. But we are gonna go Barbarian. You know, berserking bleeds. Their arsenal system is the class system, and lots of powerful shouts. We'll go ahead and confirm it. We'll pick male. I try not to get too hung up on what the body looks like, so we'll just randomize a bunch. Last time I went with brown hair, tan skin. I'm thinking something a little more red, right? So we'll just see if we can't find anything quickly. There we go. That's kind of what we're looking for. So we know we want the orangish reddish hair. Keep going, keep going. I know that most of this will be covered up by armor in later on as we play, but we'll just find something that, you know, the style that we're looking for. Because I think we just went with long hair and full beard last time. Yeah, okay, maybe. Alright, looks like we got some new tattoo art. What kind of eye color do we want? Earthquake build. Doesn't really matter. White, sure. Slightly darker skin. Maybe some face variations. There we go. Alright, so the wreathed curls, maybe we'll go with that. Although I think maybe we want a different color. We want that, you know, some real ginger in there this time, I think. Crushed garnet. Maybe that's the one. Yeah, maybe. Red fire. Perhaps. I don't know. I think garnet. Scarlet might be too red. Well, no, Auburn looks pretty good. Okay, we'll go there. Let's see. And then beard. What are we doing for beard? I think that's the one I had last time. Maybe, maybe not. Barbarians definitely shouldn't be sculpted, I don't think. Yeah, I think that's the one we picked last time. Or maybe that one. So maybe we'll do this one this time. And then, okay, on to makeup. I don't know, guys. Sometimes there's too many choices, you know? Let's go for something real menacing. I think we're going to go with that one. With like the darkened veins around the eyes. And then markings, huh? Okay, so purple and black. That definitely is an interesting tattoo. I don't think I've seen that one before. Jewelry, we'll go ahead and focus on that one real quick. I think I went with just straight bones before. Blood crystals. What do we got? I don't know. I feel like most of this won't even matter later. There's 33 of them. Holy cow. I think I saw one I did like. Let me find that again. As we wrap around here. That one maybe? I don't know. It's not the same on both sides, so maybe we'll go with this, the hanging fangs. And then markings. Okay, so the dragon's tapestry looks pretty cool with the purple. Let's see what the other ones look like. So nun, dragon. A lot of these look much better from the, the backside, I think. We'll see what speaks to us. We're doing an earthquake build, so, maybe something volcanic. Volcanic. Perhaps that one. See what their different color options are. I've always been a fan of the fresh blood, right? In the past seasons, but maybe something different this time. Let's see what else there is. That one's very very detailed. How come we don't have more markings like that one? But I think we're gonna go with this one this time. What would go well? I mean, we're not really even going to see any of this. So we'll stick with fresh blood to match our hair. Sorry, I just like the fresh blood one. And then we are going to do seasonal. Yep, we're going to skip all that. Okay. And I think I've been doing BP gaming. We'll just stick with that. So, yeah. Let's see. Do we want to change anything? Face and body? Do we want to change our eyes? They're just white. Maybe we should go with... Make it match the hair? Maybe? Vampiric red? Maybe? I don't know. White's pretty piercing. Crystal? Nah, we'll do white. We'll do white. Okay, and then finalize. Let's see. I think that's what we're going to roll with. This will be our character. We'll start with normal. And we can always change that later. Season 8 is beginning. Alright, so here we are. A couple of things that we're going to consider and look at right away. Just as we start off a new character, right? So bear with me for a moment. Okay, so we've got the new Season's Journey, which looks like it has its own tab now, which I'm very much in favor for. With a whole checklist of things to work on. I like that. Yep, I like that very much. Okay. We're going to make probably off stream, I'm going to make a checklist of those so we have a tickler list that we don't have to tab to the window often. And then we have the Reliquaries, which is our new battle pass. So they got premium. So the deluxe battle pass, right? If we look at that, what do we got? I've got this armor. What is this? Yep, so an owl would be cool. So what is this? This is the back trophy, so those would be the wings. The armor, beast, and weapon set. So that's cool. But what about this one? The regular premium. This does unlock all 3 premium reliquaries for one low price. It would save 500 platinum versus purchasing separately. So you can purchase the reliquaries separately, huh? So town portal. Okay. Let's go back. Beasts, weapons, and armor. Okay, so you can, what? Open these independently? Okay, so you can break up the battle pass. That's what I see here. If you only want to do one of them. Okay, so that's, 8, 1,000, 1,500. For 1,000, you're saving 500 like it says. Okay, okay, very transparent. If we were to look at these, what do we got here? I think we just looked at this one. Okay, and then this one would be what? Be beasts? Yep, okay. So they got little shortcuts up here at the top. So we'd still get this pet. Mount trophy. Mount armor. A mount. Another mount armor. Another mount armor. Okay. Boots. Weapon cosmetics. Okay. So and then this one, the free one, is a mount, a portal, which, by the way, customizing the portals has been incredibly cool. I will give Blizzard that. Not so much the mount and the mount's armors, but the portals, and I'd say the pets. And then here's some more coins. So what is this? $200? Okay, so that's 200 coins. Thought it was 300, but maybe I'm wrong. So the real question is do we spend almost 3 times the price to get that? Armor without having to earn it, but do we do it for the wings? See, this is what gets me, right? Is of course we want the wings, right? We want the wings, but the wings. One, you can just unlock this by playing the game. So I could spend $10. The way I see it, right, is each platinum coin is like a penny. So for $10, I get these 3. But for $30, well, $28, I can also get a pet and these wings. And of course you want the wings, right? Everybody wants the wings. Right, here they are. But am I going to spend an extra, what is it, $18 for them? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's something I'm going to have to think about. Anyways, decisions will need to get made. I've got some time. There's no rush. Like I said, we're just creating the character. Right? We start off with our seasonal quest, a deceitful incursion, which takes us right to Kiovashad, where we speak with the stranger that we're looking to track down. I'll of course go through this offline. Okay, so we got reputation. All right, boosting of Obdicite. Ooh, boost the chance for Belial to appear after defeating a layer boss. Okay, that'll be interesting. That's new. Ancestral cache appearances. This will be important. And chance to earn an extra upgrade when improving glyphs. So this will become wildly important after we hit level 60. I don't see an experience boost here anymore. Just more Obdicite, more boss summons, ancestral caches, glyph leveling, which doesn't really start until you turn 60 anyways. And neither does Obdicite, right? So maybe Unveiler's Oath Reputation. Maybe this will be the one to start off while I level. More to think about. And then what else needs to get done right now? Whew. Okay, so if we look at Renown, which if we go here, right? So automatically the stuff that carries over season to season is ready to claim. And then I don't believe I need to do anything else specifically. Yep. Okay. So it's really just a matter of this is what I'm going to do while I level. Is I'm going to work on the season journey while following the seasonal quest line, and then do what else I need after that. Go to the reliquaries. Right. What are the conditions for these? I just have to claim them. So, I mean, that'll happen in time as I earn these favor tokens, which I gotta look at how to actually get those still. Sorry, guys. I'm not an expert. And then... But yeah, really, I gotta decide. Do I want to spend $18 for a pair of wings in a game that, you know, still seems to be in some sort of beta? Or do I just spend the $10 like I promised and get the majority of what's available, right? It's a high price to get those wings and a pet that, you know, certainly do not affect how you play the game. I don't know. As you can see, I've got 3,866 platinum coins. You know, I didn't get those lightly. I play a lot. I've been playing since the beginning. I've done everything they've asked. I've always bought the premium battle pass, but never the deluxe one. Now they're trying to get me to buy the deluxe battle pass, and I just don't know if the cost is right for me. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. With that being said, we'll exit out of here. Okay, so about the character, right? Moving past the battle pass and all the mullings of it, which is certainly not enjoyable content. I'm planning on using maxroll.gg builds. They are my favorite. I think they're the best developed. There's, you know, everyone's got an opinion or an argument one way or the other. I'm here to say that I think that maxroll is best. I'm going to be using the Hammer of the Ancients Barbarian Leveling Guide, and then that'll take me up to level 60, at which point I'll switch to the Earthquake Barbarian Endgame Build Guide. Both have been, it looks like, updated on April 28th and 29th for Season 8, and I'm sure it'll carry me through. Let's see, what else is worth talking about? You know, we've got abilities. It looks like I've got 12 points to start with, carry over from a previous season. I'm not really going to jump into spending those right now. And then, of course, we're going to have to unlock mercenaries this season as well. Part of why I wanted to jump on early, create this character, is I wanted to start hitting up those world bosses. While I don't have time to play all day, I do like to log on and kill world bosses as they pop up. So moving forward, I'll be minding the world boss announcement channel and probably logging in for world boss kills to get those crafting materials that we're all going to need so that I can stock up early on the season. It's going to do a fair bit of leveling for me as well. As you can see, I'm level 1 right here. That will change every time I kill a world boss, but the majority of skill points being spent, paragons being spent, that's all going to occur on future live streams, not today. So it will be a little bit slow. I'm hearing that leveling in Season 8 is slower. That's what people asked for. That's what people got. Be careful what you wish for. But I think it's going to help people enjoy the game and the storyline better. Because people are getting to max level and then putting their hands up in the air and going, well, what do we do? There's no end game. And while that might be true, there was a lot of time that I spent last season grinding the pit to hit Paragon 300, which I hit Paragon 300 in Season 7 and in Season 6. And, you know, always hitting max Paragon or max level each season as we've gone, completing all seasonal objectives. So, with that being said, here we are. I probably won't apply any cosmetics because I like to see what the different armor sets look like as we go through the game. In the meantime, though, I'm going to equip some of my favorite portals, which, you know, the Verdant Pool, which was given to me by Cass through a promotional with Mountain Dew. I do like the treasure beacons, right? I think that the skeleton and the sword next to the plants, you know, looks like a treasure hoard. That's pretty cool. I'm also a fan of the austere gate, but I'm probably going to go with, you know, the Illidan portal for now. I am a big fan of, you know, these death altars, or whatever they're called, the headstones. I think they did a great job. I think some of them need a little more work. They kind of just seem like an afterthought for monetization. But, you know, we need something that looks barbarish. There we go. We'll go with that one. And pets. Of course we want a pet. Worked hard for that crow. We're going to select him for now. Here we go. The back trophy. So we do have the beta wolf pack. But, you know, nobody ever sees that. So it doesn't look that cool. But in case you've never seen it. And, of course, fire wings from last season. We'll have to see if I upgrade. Stable. Let's see, what mount do we want? Shall we do a steed this time? We've been doing cats for a while. So yeah, we'll do that steed with... want something that shows... That one's kind of cool. Yeah, it's a nice little combo, I think. See if we can't find something better. Yeah, you really want that artwork to shine through. That one looks very... That one, okay. That one looks really good. Okay, what is that one? The Awoken Archenemy Barding. Okay. And a mount trophy, unless I have a better reason, will always be the Cry of Ashava from doing the beta and killing Ashava during the beta. So, unless I could find something more exclusive and cool, there we go. That'll match my Earthquake Barb build. And then we, of course, have chosen our appearance. This is what we're going to look like for a while. Let's see, what else can we change? There's our profile. I do like the skull with the blood eye. So I don't really want to change that. I haven't found anything else that tickles my fancy. So we'll keep that title. Always a subject of question. We'll just for now we'll pick randomly here. The Risen Sacrifice. Okay. We'll go with that for now. I'll find something else later. And yep, appear online. Alright, so if you're watching this video, sorry I haven't been reading the chat. Skeletor, what's up? Thank you for popping in. Bird Milk, thank you for being here. Says I'm late, but I should be set up. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. If you want to, and you're watching my channel, and you'd like to add me as a friend and join my group occasionally, I might be playing solo a little bit as I start this character out, but I'll start doing more group stuff as we go. Not really interested in power leveling to the finish, but here is my battle tag. Blood Legacy hashtag 2611. Feel free to add me. We can play together. And I'll probably spend the rest of the day thinking about this battle pass, right? I know I'll definitely spend the 1,000 to save the 500. But am I going to spend $18 for essentially wings? For potentially one season? Right? 18 bucks? Come on, Blizzard. Come on. Come on. If you had made this like $2,000 or 2,200, I'd be like, sure, why not? But 18 or 2,800, I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Always checking the shop for freebies. I'm not really big on the cosmetic stuff, right? It's just a lot of money. You see, they want $28 for that, $26 for this, 28, 26. I feel like they're getting greedy. This game's got a lot of problems for people to be greedy about, you know, price gouging for cosmetics. Can't take them with me, right? So, something to think about, but that's going to be it for today's stream. Just wanted to get the character created and start my boss timers for the world bosses. I hope you guys enjoyed the character creation. Look forward to seeing you in the game. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I hope to see you later. Have a great